How we all doing? Thought I would do one more before I call it a night because it's getting that time. So, because I know that this is and it has been and it has been a major problem for a long time with just society and people in general. I realize the divorce rate in this country is astronomical high. I think it's sitting at like 52% right now. Something like that. But it's crazy. But, right? Okay, so Ross's thought for the night. Something I've experienced a lot in my life too. So think of it like I'm mirroring me to you guys. Getting with somebody, right? And no, I don't mean jumping into bed with somebody. Okay? I mean actually, you're in an actual labeled relationship, not screw buddies, not, right? Like actual relationship, right? So, if you're with somebody who is actually has potential of growth and you see something growing there, and it's not gonna be a weekend thing, right? Like this is gonna, I mean, I'm talking about something that takes time to grow, but as you're in the situation, you see things growing and growing and growing, and things are getting serious and things are getting serious, and it's actually going somewhere. It's not just one of those where, not just one of those hit and miss, right? Not one of those just they're there for a month and then they just evaporate, right? So a fulfilling relationship is something that is going to be a slow burn. Now, what I mean by that, slow burn, that means things actually grow over time. That means there's connection, there's compatibility, there's the ability to communicate openly, there's the ability to be open about yourself and be honest. There's no holding back with anything, there's no hesitation, there's no doubt, there's no crazy questions that like you feel you have to bring into the situation, even though you should ask questions. Get to know the person as much as you possibly can. Don't be scared to ask a question. Even if it's a stupid question and you might even know the answer to the question, ask it anyways. But for all you know, they might even offer it freely and they might even give you the information as kind of a little token of, here you go, right? They might throw you a bone. But I think the major issue is out here is people are getting married for the wrong reasons. Right? Nod, shake, right? But um I was married for 9 years. So I was just outside of the statistics because the average relationship is sometimes is usually between 5 and 7 years. I was at 9, so I was just outside the spectrum. But um I learned a lot of lessons about that situation. A lot. A lot of lessons. And had I have taken the time to actually learn gradually and let things take their, let the process work its magic, right? I would have learned that that was probably not the direction to go. Lessons learned. You're never going to learn if you don't make the mistakes to learn the lessons, right? So, a relationship isn't gonna build the way that it's supposed to build unless you're doing the right things in the relationship, right? Like actually spending as much time together as possible. If you're only spending a weekend together at a time, if you're only, right, like you actually have to get to know the person on a deep level, not just surface level, on a deep level, right? So if you're not asking questions that might make them feel uncomfortable, they may not be the one for you. Because the point of being in a fulfilling relationship is being able to ask anything and bring anything to the table and nobody feel like they're being put on the spot. Because in a relationship, it's so important to bring everything to the table and not miss a beat and not miss a step. Because if you miss a step, chances are you'll miss the most important step. And that I think is what causes the astronomical divorce rate in this country. People miss steps. They think just because I've been with them for a year or two or whatever, we should take the next step. Well, okay, so next thing you know, in comes the questions, or in comes the important details, or maybe you didn't learn something while you were going out that all of a sudden now that you're getting married to them or now that you're walking down the aisle, you find out something that was right. So, before you walk down the aisle with somebody, make sure all your bases are covered. Right? Ask the questions. Like, I mean, I watched a movie, and it was it even tops the Notebook, I think. Right? Because it showed you an aspect of what to think and how to go into a relationship, right? So here we go. So a relationship has levels, right? You should master your relationship up to a high school level degree, which is the initially getting together with them, right? And then you ask the basic questions and get into it, whatever. And then you learn up to an associate's degree worth, and then a bachelor's, and then a master's degree. And if you're lucky, and if you get to that point, you'll even have up to a PhD. I was off the Fireproof. I was off Fireproof with. I watched that movie, and I'm telling you what, it's the best romance movie I will ever watch. But it's that time. Send in love. Hope you have a great night. Until next time.